Okay, let's just dive right in. If you're a parent of a kid with ADHD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those school meetings. They can feel less like a meeting and more like you're heading into battle, right? Well, today, we're going to break down a strategy that uses AI to completely flip the script and turn you into a confident, data-driven advocate for your child.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That is a huge claim. A secret weapon? But just stick with me here. We're about to walk through a blueprint that takes that mountain of paperwork, all that emotional stress, and turns it into clear, undeniable arguments. And hey, this isn't about becoming some kind of tech wizard. It's about using a simple tool to get the results your kid deserves. So before we get to the cool solution, let's get real about the problem. Preparing for any school meeting, whether it's for an IEP, an individualized education program, or just a regular parent-teacher conference, it can be an absolute emotional gauntlet. It's so stressful, it's completely overwhelming, and you feel like you're just drowning in documents. Yeah, we call this thing the monolith. You know what I'm talking about. It's that giant, scary stack of files, dozens and dozens of teacher emails, doctor's reports, school evaluations, all of it. You know the proof you need is buried in there somewhere, but trying to find that one golden sentence in a whole sea of information, it feels absolutely impossible.
So what's the answer? It is not about working harder. It's about working smarter. We're going to take a tool like Chatgpt or Google Gemini and turn it into your own personal, on-demand, special education advocate and data analyst.
Okay, listen up because this is the most important part. This is what makes this whole thing so powerful and, frankly, so safe. The real magic isn't just the AI. It's the fact that the AI only looks at the files you give it. That's it. It's not going to go searching the internet. It's not going to hallucinate or make stuff up. You're creating this little private, secure bubble of information for it to analyze, which means every single thing it finds is accurate and comes directly from your child's records. And the best part of all this? This strategy is so simple. Seriously. It's basically a copy and paste blueprint that anyone can use. It doesn't matter if you're tech savvy or not. So let's break down exactly how you do it. It really is this straightforward. Just 3 simple steps. You gather, you upload, and you prompt. That's it. Think of it like a recipe for a much better meeting. We're going to walk through each one right now.
First things first, you gotta gather everything. Go on, download all those teacher emails, scan those doctor's notes, find those official school evaluations, and pull up the existing IEP goals. Save them as PDFs or just text files. Honestly, the more data you can feed the AI, the smarter and more powerful its insights are going to be.
All right, step 2, this is where the magic really kicks in. You open up an AI tool that lets you upload files, like the paid version of ChatGPT or Gemini. And then you literally just drag and drop all those different files. I'm talking 20, 30, even 50 of them right into the chat. And just like that, you've turned your child's messy, chaotic school history into a perfectly organized, instantly searchable database. It's incredible. And finally, step 3. This is the key that unlocks everything. You just copy and paste a very specific prompt that tells the AI exactly what its job is. You're basically saying, okay, AI, today your name is Special Education Advocate. Your job is to find patterns, compare what's happening to what's recommended, and tell me exactly where the ball is being dropped.
So, that's the how. But let's talk about the why. Why is this simple process such a massive game changer for parents? Well, it really boils down to 3 huge reasons.
First off, it takes the emotion out of it. Look, when we're fighting for our kids, it's personal. It's unbelievably stressful. It is so easy to get frustrated or overwhelmed. But the AI, it doesn't have that problem. It is completely objective. It doesn't feel your anger, it doesn't feel your anxiety. It just sees the facts and the data points you gave it.
Second, it connects the dots in a way our brains just can't. Remember that monolith of documents? Well, the AI can scan all 50 of those files in like 2 seconds. It can find a teacher's comment in an email from September and instantly connect it to a doctor's recommendation from back in March, showing you a pattern you might have never, ever spotted on your own.
And third, and this is huge, it gives you a script. The AI doesn't just throw a bunch of random facts at you. It organizes everything into a clear, logical argument. It literally drafts the evidence-based bullet points you can read out loud in that meeting using the school's own reports and the teacher's own words against them as evidence. So what does this all add up to? Well, it's a fundamental transformation. It's about how you walk into that meeting room. It's a massive shift from feeling uncertain and anxious to feeling confident, prepared, and in control. This slide just lays it out perfectly. Look at the difference. On the left, you've got the old way. You're making emotional pleas, you feel completely buried by paperwork, and you're just running on a gut feeling that something's not right. But on the right, that's the AI way. You're presenting objective data, you're pointing to clearly identified patterns, and you're holding a cited report. And I want you to really let this sink in, because this is the whole point. When you walk into that room, you are no longer just a concerned parent with a feeling, you are a parent with a cited report, with data, with hard evidence that's been pulled directly from their own documentation. That completely changes the dynamic of the entire conversation.
So really, the only question left is this. You now have a personal, professional data analyst at your fingertips, one that's ready to comb through your child's entire school history in seconds. What's the very first question you're going to ask it?